What's up, guys? Grill Sergeant here, and it is Friday. We made it. We made it through the week. Woo! It is Friday, and we got Father's Day coming up this Sunday. Mm, 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 So, happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Let's see who's here. Let me guess, it's gonna be Tom coming in first saying, "No way." And then we have Kent. Good old Kent saying hello from myself and Madwood Barbecue in Lamar's. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome. Oh, we got Bartlow's Barbecue up in here. Hey, I got the bottle of rub in the mail this week, so do let me know what I should try that on, because man, that red dirt, that looks good. Oh, we got Brisket Medic in here. What up? Glad you're in here because, man, I'm telling you, bro, I'll tell you about a little steak competition thing. I got a little lesson today, and I was like, oh, man. So I definitely want to share some stuff with y'all. That is awesome. Oh, we got Judge Wep in here. Welcome, welcome. Samuel Smith, let's do it indeed. Oh, Meredith. You know what's so funny is I was just talking with Meredith, like 20 seconds ago before this live started. So, Meredith, good to see you here. Good to see you here. Jimmy, Cuff and Stuff Barbecue, what is up? What is up? Everyone's saying hey to each other. We got Todd Weber. Surviving, man. Oh, what is up, Matt? Ooh, we got some YouTube royalty in here today. For those that don't know who this awesome Matt guy is, for when I first started my YouTube channel, Matt was my number one go-to video guy. Man, this guy is so talented behind and in front of the camera. So Matt, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Yes, it's Mario. What's up, barbecue peeps? Chicken and pork are my favorites. I will try it out. Meredith wants to know, what is everyone smoking this weekend? And we're talking about barbecue. All right, let's family channel here. Oh, I saw that. Jeff posted a picture. And that was a lot of pork butts, man. That was a lot of pork butts. That is awesome. And yes, so basically Meredith, she's going to be doing some ribs, and she did say she's going to be doing some 3-2-1 ribs for Father's Day. And for those that are watching right now, tomorrow I am dropping a video tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And it is, I'm not going to lie, it's about ribs. And if you're all just in the mood for some ribs, I mean, these were so good. They're not traditionally how I make them. I usually, coming from Texas, it's more of just, kind of like a dry rub, and then, maybe a light saucing just to get a little caramelization. But my son, he's like, I want my face to be messy, and I want it just to be dripping with barbecue sauce. And I was like, all right, we're going to try it. And it came out so good. I mean, my family, when I brought it in, it was they were like magicians. Like, they made it disappear. I was like, how'd you guys? It was good. It was definitely good, man. It was good. Todd is doing pork butt right on. Zach's doing brisket. Well, I mean, Zach, it'd be really weird if you didn't do brisket, seeing as your brisket medic. Nice, man. Oh, we got, I'm new to the smoking and don't get so much smoke flavor from my Brunswick Platinum. Well, Todd, welcome. So how to get more smoke. I did make a video, and it was basically a video on how to get more smoke from your smoker. And that's ever since I actually gotten the Brunswick, that was kind of like the dilemma of like, how do I get more smoke? And a lot of it was a lot of these pellet smokers, and it's not just the Brunswick. It was this new technology I don't want to say new technology, but the technology that has really been perfected called PID. And that's basically what your control board used when you set your temperature to like 250 degrees. It does such a good job at feeding the right amount of pellets so fast or at such a rate where you get a constant 250 degrees. There's no variance. It is dead set at whatever temperature you set. But what I found is since it's so good at dialing in the temperature, since there's no fluctuation in heat, you don't really get a lot of smoke. And so that video that I put out, I think it was like 5 ways to get to level up your smoke game or something like that. If someone can actually, for one of my mods, if you can put that in the link description, if you can find that video, basically, I think it's level up your smoke game or 5 tips for smoking. Anyway, if you can drop that video in the comment section, but that definitely is a helpful video on kind of ways to get about more smoke flavor. But something I just realized, and that will cover everything. It will show you, like, if you maybe try out smoke tubes, just different types of wood you can use, smoking at different lower temperatures, adjusting the P setting, and so you can try that out. The new smokers that I had just got from Pit Boss, it still gives you that old technology, which is PID, but you can switch it to VST, which is like this crazy smoke mode. And I'm telling you, I am seeing so much smoke come out of these smokers, and it's delivering such a nice barbecue smoke to whatever I'm smoking. So I definitely, I do think these new smokers that are coming out are definitely game changers. And so it kind of takes all those, oh, you have to do all these crazy hoops to get smoke flavor out of your smoker, when it's like, I bought a smoker because I want smoke. And so definitely, yeah, definitely check that out, but definitely keep an eye out for those elite series, and make sure it has, it's called the VST by Pit Boss. And man, those things I am like loving, like revolutionary game changer for sure, man. Samuel says, smoking some poor man's burnt ends for Father's Day. Dude, I'm so good. It's so funny. So you have poor man's burnt ends. I think a while ago I did this one thing where I did it from like spam, and then I think someone from the comments titled them homeless man's burnt ends. But they were good. It was like, I only made them once, and it was just like, I think the youngest, he was like, these are so good. But yeah, definitely that was pretty funny. From poor man's to homeless man's burnt ends. Todd, I use my offset until time to wrap, then finish, and the Brunswick works well for me. There you go. There you go. Heavy is saying, getting first smoker this weekend. Woohoo! Awesome. That is awesome. First smoker, man. And here's the fun thing about barbecue is there is so much to learn. And it feels like, each time you go out there, you can experiment, try out different things, read the comment sections, find out what woods people are using and what recipes that are out there. It is awesome. Awesome. Oh, look who we have in here. Boo! Uncle Steve. That is what is up. What is up, Steve? For those who don't know, that are actually new, that are hopping on the barbecue bandwagon, if you haven't met Uncle Steve yet, do check him out. Basically, if you're into backyard barbecue, you need to know Uncle Steve. Basically, he makes award-winning rubs for everything from beef, pork, chicken, dessert. Hello. Oh my gosh. Definitely give Uncle Steve check it out if you Google him or whatever, or you can check him out. He's you can find him locally in the stores. I was actually at Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop, and Uncle Steve's lineup is right there too. So definitely some good stuff, man. Ooh, what is up? We got Niners up in here. Welcome. Right on. Steve says, keep an eye on your mailbox tomorrow. I can't wait. So Steve dropped what was called, I believe, the All-American SPG. And I mean, come on now. Oh, when I saw that bottle, I was like, Steve, I feel like an eagle landed on my shoulder and was like, man, something about it. I think I think you're onto something, Steve. That I cannot wait to try it out, man. I cannot wait to try it out. That is for sure. Oh, we got Trumpet Master in here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Nice. Uncle Steve, Terry says hello. We holding down a picnic table at the campground. Right on. How fun. That is so great. All right. Oh, Insurrection Barbecue. Howdy from the Arizona Highlands. Grillbillies. Woo! Right on, right on. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. That was pretty crazy seeing all those pork butts, man. All those pork butts. Right on. Steve says, I hope it lives up to the name. Oh man, I bet you it will. Papa Texas says tonight went by Meat Church. Oh, right on. Yeah, didn't they open up a new store? Thought I saw something like that. Anyway, so tonight, actually no, today, one of the guys who works over at this is in Helotes. There's a place called Barbecue, Lone Star Barbecue. Basically, I think it's their pro supply shop. And this is a small little mom and pop shop, but it has every barbecue rub, injection, seasoning, anything barbecue related. It's like jam packed into the store. So one of the guys that was working there, he was saying, hey, my brother is going to be coming over here and he's going to be doing some basically competition steak practice. Do you want to come and check it out? I'm like, absolutely. I have zero knowledge when it comes to competition steak, but I mean, it does seem like if you're going to get into competition barbecue, steak would probably be when it comes to like these like long cooks like brisket and all that stuff. It seems like steak would be pretty on the shorter side, not so much easier, but shorter, just time wise. And so I went down there, and man, so a little bit of backstory. So the guy who works there, his brother shows up, and apparently he just took a competition steak class, and this guy is like world grand champion SCA, and he just took a class with them, and he's like, I'm going to practice what I learned in that class. And I'm like, okay, cool. So in theory, this guy is he already does competitions. He's I think the last SCA comp he was in, first place steak. So he's like, I'm looking to raise my game up a little bit more through what I learned in this class. So I was kind of like a fly on the wall, and then it ended up helping him, whether it's like, okay, we're going to put the steak down, we're going to sear it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And something that really blew my mind is normally, when you get into barbecue, the first thing you do is like, well, how long does something cook? How long does something take to cook? And if it's a brisket, how many hours is it going to be on? People want to know time. And generally you can get ballparks with that. But then when you start going by temperature, that's where it's really at, because you could really dial in like, okay, I know that a brisket, if I pull it at a certain temperature, it's going to be, it's going to be good, or it's going to be my indication that it's about to be good. Well, this guy had a tool. It didn't go by time. It didn't go by temperature, but this probe measured the internal myoglobin count of basically how juicy is this going to be. And that's, and that, somewhere between medium rare and medium is going to be a really, really juicy steak. And so he was basically using this machine, and it almost looked like, this thing almost looked like old school, didn't even look like it was futuristic technology, but it had all these numbers and, myoglobin counts and percentage and internal temperature and this and that. And sure enough, like he had it down to a science, and I've never seen it before. This thing was like mind blowing. And apparently, a lot of people that are using them for these SCA cooks, and they're not really cooking to an internal temperature anymore. They're cooking to how much juice is going to be in there, basically how flavorful it's going to be. So in the thumbnail in here, that cutaway was basically that. It kind of said, here, we're going to do it at this temperature. And I tell you, I've had a lot of steaks in my lifetime. Today, I had the best steak of my entire life. It was so good. It was, I mean, you like the wheel started turning because you're like, wow, man, there was just so much in that one bite. You're just like, oh, it was perfect, 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 perfect. And everything was down to a science. And it was fun. I mean, I've never done a barbecue competition for. There's half the people that are commenting in the live chat right now do barbecue competitions. And I finally saw what kind of like the thrill and fun of it, where it's just like, oh man, that is so cool. Like very, very cool. Very, very cool experience. So definitely, definitely I want to maybe get my feet wet a little bit more into it and then and see where it goes. But definitely that was a very, very cool experience. Instruction says pound that button, like button for the Sarge. Right on. Very cool. Hey, what's up? What's up, Johnny? This morning I woke up and YouTube greeted me with a video that Johnny dropped, and it was something like a 47-ounce Wagyu porterhouse. I was watching that. It's like, oh my gosh, that thing was just ginormous. That thing was huge. Welcome, man. Zach says, order it, Steve. Don't send it to me on your dime. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That is I'm telling you, it was so weird. It was so weird. I'm like, what? And yeah. And it was so funny because you would think about it like a lot of it took out the guesswork. And I mean, this thing was just so, and the funny thing is, like, I don't know, like about this unit, there were so many things of like, there's so many areas about this unit that like, oh, this definitely needs improvement. Like when we went outside to like cook the steaks, right when sunlight hit that monitor, I'm like, you can't read what it's saying. So I'm like, all right, this monitor display is crap. So it's like, it's almost like if you were to do, it's almost like the guy has a good idea. The guy has a really good product, but someone needs to come in saying, hey, we need to change everything about it, but implement the technology, but to make it to where you can easily see it and maybe have some cooler features in it. But yeah, it was crazy. I was like, dude, this is like, yeah, definitely, definitely alien technology. Yes, definitely. And I'll send you some info on it. I actually, when I got back, I reached out to him because hands down, like it was a game changer. Like it was so cool because so many times, we go to that, what we think is that perfect temperature, but each steak, that perfect doneness, it is going to vary by a few degrees. And this one it tells you like, yep, now's the time to go. Now is the time to pull it and let it rest. And then while it's resting, it says, okay, pull it from the rest at this exact time. And you pull out the probe, you cut out the twine, and then you just submit it. And then what's funny is this guy just came off of winning a first place, and the steak that he made today and tried it out, he's like, this blows what I've made in the past out of the water. So I'm like, oh man. So yeah, after yeah, I quickly got home. I wrote down all the notes. I was like, oh my gosh, every small detail that we did, I wrote it all down because I'm like, bro, if I have no experience in SCA, but I feel like if I joined like right now and I actually had like the tools that we use, which didn't seem like it was that complex or whatever, I think Grill Sergeant could do it. But maybe I'll get a YouTube. We need to start like like a barbecue YouTube team. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue, YouTube barbecue competition team. Let's do it. So the funny thing is, I had a good buddy. I have a good buddy. It was his birthday, so tonight we surprised him. We met up and we got some. We met at a restaurant, and so I'm looking at the menu. I was like, you know what? I'll order steak just because I'm like that steak was so good. And so it was so funny on when you have the world's best steak, and then you have that, you're just like, it's okay. You're like, why did I do that? Like the tale of two steaks here. This is, I mean, you're just like one steak bite, it would just leave you speechless, and the other one, you're just like, I'll just be dreaming about that other one all night long, man. Good Lord. Yeah, definitely. I wish there. Yeah, and that's what he was showing me. He's like, he went onto like the SCA website, and he's like, it's all over. But then in Texas, you'd be like, oh, if you drive 5 hours this way, you can check out this SCA thing. But yeah, I'm sure we all love an awesome steak. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, one of the things that he did before actually seasoning it up was doing a marinade, and it was like a quick marinade. I think he did, like, again, I wrote down all the notes, but it was like 11 minutes per side, and it was like a can of beef consomme and some OG Wicked Pig powder seasoning, whatever. And it's like, and you can't do it too long because it will make it too tender. But I'm telling you, that choice grade that choice grade ribeye was hands down the best steak I've ever had. And we're talking, I've had like, sky's the limit. I've had Wagyu, and it's like nothing compares to how tender, how flavorful, how good, it was so, so good. So I'm not the only one that dreams about the perfect steak. I guess not. I guess not. Right on, right on. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. And then after that, just being in kind of like in a food coma, the one guy, he also had one of those, I think it was by Gonzi. It was that pizza oven thing. And he made some fresh pizzas there. And I'm telling you, ooh, like not only having the best steak you've ever had, like he whips out these pizzas and you're like, my gosh, this is like the best pizza I've ever had. Like it was, yeah, I was planning on, showing up for like an hour just to, watch and see if I can, take some notes away. And I end up, spending 4 or 5 hours there, and just so much fun. And a lot of people were coming in because they were looking for Father's Day presents and whatnot. And it was kind of funny because while he's trying to make the pizzas, he's like, Andrew, can you just like man the store really quick? So I go out there. It's like, hey, can I help you? I'm like, oh, this is so funny. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I could probably recommend some things, but it was definitely fun. It was definitely fun. But so as far as so for those that are tuning in here, tomorrow 7 a.m. dropping a rib video tomorrow, and that one is definitely not one to miss. I did do that on the Pit Boss, the Pro Series Elite 1600, and just rolled crazy smoke on it, and it was good. It was so good. Man, I'm telling you. I need to get back to the gym because, man, I've been eating good this weekend. That is for sure, man. That would be the tomorrow's video drop is going to be, it was pork ribs. Pork, what do they call it? The St. Louis cut. But was that Eddie's store? No, this is it's Brian Crawford's, it's his store. Yeah, Lone Star Barbecue Supply. I think they call it Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop. I don't know. It's basically, if you do Helotus barbecue store, you'll basically find it. And the cool thing, I mean, it's a small mom and pop thing, but Brian Crawford, he does tons of barbecue comps, and I think he has one one seasoning he made called Crawford's SA Dust or something like that, and it won like some crazy like world's best rub of 2020, something like that. It was crazy. But yeah, no, they're definitely good people. Oh, Lep, what is up? What is going on? I'm thinking about Barbecue Depot. Man, whenever I see Depot, I always think of the Home Depot song. Like, that's like the dad song. That's funny. What is up, Lep? Welcome, man. Your new gym is down the street. That is right. In fact, I probably I might be going right after I get off this live today. I had to run some errands in the morning. I was like, oh, I didn't get to go to the gym today, and I'm like, I kind of want to go back to the gym, so might be getting in a little evening sesh. But you definitely have to find your balance to the barbecue. So for those that are just looking at getting their first smokers, for those that are looking at to getting in backyard barbecue, for those currently in backyard barbecue and don't have a yin to the yang, you definitely need to balance that out. So as Zach from Brisket Medic says, always be drinking your water, and definitely if you're going to be enjoying the barbecue, you gotta put in the work, man. So you can live longer and you can definitely live longer in barbecue. High Reps Gaming says about to do an overnight brisket. Woo! That is awesome, man. That is awesome. I'm telling you, like, if this is, here's the thing, if this is your first time doing an overnight brisket, there's like that nervousness about it, like, oh gosh, and you get kind of a bad night's sleep because you're worried. And then once you get used to it and you kind of trust your pit and you trust your smoker, you're just like, all right, see you in the morning. Don't work too hard. Oh, that's awesome, man. I need to drink more water, eat less fried potatoes. I tell you what, ooh, that's good. Yes, definitely. Dude, it's so funny on how to cover your neck. Ooh, right on. Well, thank you. Actually, you know what's funny? I do need to I'm running so low on pellets right now. So thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Thank you, bro. All right, Lep says, I'm just getting home. Not a fan of late events. Only got tipped 10%. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. You're like, come on, man. Wasn't the food good? Especially if Lep's, I mean, like, you should be like, do you even know who's cooking for you, bro? You should be tipping 100%. SA. Right on, right on. Very, very cool. Oh, man. Oh, awesome, awesome news for you guys. What brand do you use? Are you talking about smoker or pellets or what? What brand do you use? What brand do you use? Okay, so something that is pretty darn cool is I just got contacted by Pit Boss today, and I'm going to be signing up with them for. If you're familiar with the Hodge twins, not the Hodge twins, what am I talking about? The Wall twins. Basically, they have their like Pit Boss brand deal or whatever. The Grill Sergeant is going to be hooking up with Pit Boss too, so that is like a huge, huge, huge step for this channel. And so yeah, definitely it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So definitely that's going to be huge, and that's going to help basically help the channel go to kind of the next level and whatnot. So that is definitely going to help out a lot. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Meredith, I was kind of tripping out because it was pretty cool. Definitely God is good. I remember, no joke, this happened maybe it was like a few weeks ago. And I just remember I was like literally sitting at this and I'm doing some editing, and I was like, man, I prayed and I was just like, God, if there'd be a way to like just bring in some more money, literally don't know how, but kind of just like prayed it, threw it up. And we're not even talking, not even 24 hours later, my rep calls and said, hey, we want to see if you want to be a paid ambassador through us. I'm like, woo, absolutely. So yeah, just take my money. So yeah, I definitely excited about that. So as far as my favorite pellets, it is no, I'm just kidding. No, but for real though, I do love, what's funny is Judge Wepp's gonna laugh about this, but when I first started, my favorite pellets were the competition blend mixed 50-50 with their Pit Boss charcoal pellets. Love that. I use that for everything. It was my go-to for anything. And then I started discovering, well, dude, you can literally mix hardwoods and kind of make your own blend. So If I were just to like, if I were stranded on a island and I could literally have only one bag of pellets and that would be the rest of the time that I could use it, it would probably be the Pit Boss mesquite pellets. Those just, the flavor is so right on. From there, it would either be the Pit Boss hickory, and then the Pit Boss oak is right up there too. But yeah, definitely the mesquite just brings the perfect flavor. It is just so good. Can't get enough of it. I cannot. I cannot. Oh, KC, what is up, my brother? What is up? Bro, if you get the Hodge twins on here, we are going to have a great time. That's right. That is right. Michael says, I wish it was easy to get in gym as to want to get to smoked meat. I'll spend 12 hours outside in the freezing cold, splitting and throwing wood in my firebox after 45 minutes in the gym. I'm like, I know, right? I hear you on that. That is right. That's funny. Right on. Chuck says, good for you. I won't hold it against you, though. That's awesome, man. Oh, what is up, Whitetail Rancher? What is going? Hey, it's all good for being late. I'll forgive you just this time. Welcome, man. Welcome. Right on. Hey, there is the birthday boy. Everyone in the chat right now, if you could say happy birthday, Eric. This was the guy that I went with on his little birthday dinner surprise thing. And this was the, so he's saying, can you tell me about the tale of two steaks? Well, Eric, if you were in here a little bit earlier, I already did share that story of having the world's best steak I've ever had. And then it was all right. I finished my plate. I made sure, mama didn't raise no quitter. I finished it, but yeah, man. Man, that's awesome. Uncle Steve says, love me some Wall Twins just sent out an order. That's awesome, man. Yeah, those cool people. They are for sure, man. Oh, Meredith says, happy birthday, Eric. Right on. Right on, right on. What's funny is something funny that Eric did at the birthday party. So like it was some Eric, what was it? It was like some like Chinese restaurant or whatever. But the waiters and waitresses there, they were pretty funny. They were pretty animated. And so they come over and like, oh, you're the birthday boy. Okay. And then he's like, what's your name? And then he says, oh, my name's Enrique, which was the guy who was sitting in between us. And oh, they were so close to falling for it. But yeah. And the whole restaurant got in on it. And it's like, it's just the most like, there is nothing more awkward than being sung happy birthday to in a restaurant. You're like, okay, just end this, please, for the love of God. But seriously, Eric, that was so much fun, man. That was awesome, man. Right on. Yes, definitely, man. I today just got signed on with Pit Boss. So if I had a NASCAR jersey, it would say Pit Boss right across the front. But yeah, definitely super excited for that. So definitely God is good. Ed says, just got a bottle of Uncle Steve's original a couple weeks ago, sneak it into different dishes with good feedback from the family. What other flavor standout should I try next? So if you already got the original shake, for pork, I love the competition shake that he has. I think it's called the competition pig. Great stuff. There's another one called the dessert shake, and I can't order this stuff fast enough. My wife loves it. Like, it is so good, and you use it on anything you can think of, like ice cream, coffee. Like, it is just, this dessert shake is just so good. You could put it on, I mean, whatever. But yeah, definitely Gator Shake's good by Uncle Steve. There's Smoke Bomb. There's a new All-American SPG. I haven't tried it out yet, but that looks good. And it's coming out with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like what's that one thing that people are freaking out about having in it? It's basically like, it's like the healthy version of a barbecue shake. So it doesn't have any of that MSG stuff in it. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much as Zach said, they're like all of them are awesome. And yeah, like what he said, Gator Shake on everything. That Gator, it's so funny. You know how sometimes when you order from Uncle Steve, he'll send you like these small little samplers, and I would hand that off to people at work. And I remember one coworker was like, "Oh my God, Gator Shake," and he like went onto his website and ordered like 4 big bottles of the Gator Shake. Like it is so good. Yeah, man. Oh, thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Meredith says definitely to place that order. It is some. I'm getting low. Yep, can't get low on the. And I love that for those that for those that order Uncle Steve shakes. I love that on his bottle. Like it says, if your shake gets below this line, it's time to reorder. I'm like, that's so smart, man. That is so smart. Uh, Judge Webb says it is a Gator Shake is my go-to. Whitetail Rancher says super cool. I'm always certain folks get blessed. Amen. Amen. We need Uncle Steve to do a low or no salt. Well, so definitely, I don't know. I think you definitely want to check out. I don't know. It seemed like the All American SPG was kind of healthy, but something with no salt. I don't know, man. Right on, right on. Thanks again and congrats on the pit boss. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. I never use anyone else's rubs recipe. Only interested in making my own. Sure, I fall flat on my face sometimes. And I hear you on that. And you know what's so funny is when I came out to Texas for the first time and I'm like, I want to try traditional Texas brisket. And I ended up finding this barbecue joint after a few of them. And hands down, it was the best brisket I've ever had. And he was like, you want to see my pits and whatnot? And he's showing me his like 1,000-gallon drums. And I was like, man, the brisket was so good. Do you inject, anything into it? He's like, I don't inject. And then he proceeded to say, here's my recipe for what was on the brisket, and it was 2 things: half salt, half pepper. And that blew my mind because I'm so used to like getting these rubs and seasonings, and they're so complex and they add XYZ and they're not bad. But it was like going back to the basics of just like, you know what, you get so far into these rubs and dustings and powderings that you're like, my brisket doesn't even taste like meat anymore. Like you don't get that like beef flavor. And going back to starting back over, just half salt, half black pepper, and you're like, wow. And then from there you build, and then you start incorporating garlic and onion and paprika, and then you kind of slowly build up. But I am, yeah, half of my videos now, it's like we're gonna make our own rub and enjoy it. And I definitely find that you get fresher. It almost just seems fresher. And it's just, I mean, it is fun kind of making your own. But all that being said, there are some, rubs and stuff like out there that are just mind blowing good. So it's like you don't throw one out with the other. It's more of just like, hey, man, this is next level. So yeah, definitely. Uncle Steve's is definitely one to check out on. But man, yeah, definitely some good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so does Uncle Steve have a low salt or no salt rub? Guy Willis says, building my pool and outdoor kitchen. Any advice on something to protect my sun deck from smoker drippings? I do know that they sell, it's almost like a barbecue mat that goes underneath the grill and whatnot. Yeah, because that, and even if you try to be careful, actually, it's so funny. The video that's about to post tomorrow, I'm like making ribs, and right when I pull out the ribs, it's like the aluminum foil that's in it like tilts slightly, and just like all this like grease just comes up, and it's just like it just goes right. And now, mind you, I don't have like a patio deck, anything nice like that, but it's just like, oh Gosh, darn it, man. I tell you what. That's funny. Uncle Steve says the All-American SPG is no added sugar and no MSG. There you go. Oh, what up, James? Sometimes the basics is the key to most things. That's right. Sometimes, you just you step back a little bit and you're just like, man, that's really what happened. Went super basic, and then I started adding from there. So definitely. Thanks, Steve. The Whitetail Ranch says, I never share my rubs or recipes either. I don't know. I think I could get you to share some secrets to me. Here's the thing. Half the fun, and you'll realize this by by like reading the comments and stuff like that. A lot of people within the barbecue community here, half of it, the fun is in sharing, like, hey, this worked great for me, share it. Like my original ribs that I've done, I learned from Daddy Dutch Barbecue, who's on here, and he, thankfully, because I was new, didn't know a thing, and he walked me step by step by step. Here's how you're going to do your ribs, just to try it out. And I did it, and I was like, man, it was so good. I shared that recipe with a friend. He entered a competition with it, got first place ribs. Like, it was, yeah, to me, it's just, a lot. That's the one thing I won't usually find around here is like, oh, this is my guarded secret. Stay back. It's like half the fun is, hey, I'll try out your recipe, you try out mine, and through that we can learn, like, ooh, you learn something new, and it goes up and on from there. For me, I would do third salt, third paprika, third garlic for my blind. Yep. Paprika only adds color. That's right. I don't really like black pepper or anything of that flavoring. Oh, pepper is like, that's half of it right there. A piece of plywood. Thanks, bud. Yeah, my previous concrete was always, yep. Got you try white pepper. You know what? I I was just hearing about that today. I was like, white pepper. That's awesome, man. Right on. Not a whole lot. What about you? Just chilling and grilling, man. Chilling and grilling. Uncle Steve says Gator Shake, sweet and spicy are, smoke bomb, and thick meat are the lowest in salt. Boom. There you go. Spicier. Ooh, thick meat. I forgot about that one. Ooh, that one's good. Good. Gator Shake is great on popcorn. Yeah, Gator Shake's. You should just get a shirt that says Gator Shake is good on everything. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Definitely, absolutely. Kent is a good guy. Yep. Yep, that is true. I wouldn't share a recipe with my own mother. Which was oh man, don't you worry. We'll break you. I'm just kidding. Zach says I can tell someone my exact recipe, and I bet they could duplicate it. You can see my recipe, but you still gotta cook it. Technique isn't easily. That's true. And here, that's the funny thing. So today, everything I learned and jotted down, I could try and replicate what he just did, and it would get me kind of close. But there's just that, there's just that experience that comes with it. So it would definitely be fun to try. All right, Meredith, I'm going to be signing off too. But yeah, definitely 7 a.m. is going to come fast for that video. So yeah, definitely check it out. The plywood comment was for what? To put under your smoker to protect your concrete. Yeah, but if it's going to be like a permanent thing, and it's something that you want to go out there, yeah, I think the mats would look a little bit more, would look a little bit cool. But hey, to me, whatever gets the job done, man. Whatever gets the job. All right, see you, Meredith. Kent isn't a guy at all. He's a she. Do you imagine? He's like, there's something I want to tell you guys. Briskets only on Tuesdays. The Oddfather says, doing my first smoke of some spare ribs tomorrow on my Weber Smoky Mountain. Had good results with regular ribs before. Should I keep the technique the same, or is there anything different I should do? Well, the question is, if you want to take those spare ribs and you actually want to cut them down into St. Louis, or if you just want to do the full spare ribs and just, for the most part, you can pretty much do it the same. I've lately just been doing spare ribs, but I'll like cut them up into kind of like the St. Louis shape or whatever. But yeah, I've done it the other way too. It's just they take up so much space, man. Spare ribs are huge, man. Spare ribs. James says, technique is something personal to the person. A recipe is something to start with. Or yeah, yeah. Yep. You're exactly right. The main reason why I won't share recipes. Guy says, thanks for the plywood advice. Uncle Steve posted the dates out for Houston 2024. Woo! Oh, man, that is going to be fun. If it's as any fun as it was for the last Houston meetup, I tell you what, that was fun. That was fun. Yep, exactly. Yep. And I would say that's most of us here, man. I would say that is most of us here. Night, y'all. Congrats, Andrew. Love you, buddy. Oh, love you too, man. Right on, right on. All right. Well, gentlemen, I am going to be calling it. I think I have a little bit more strength in me to hit up the gym. Retail Rancher says, last thing I want for someone who's messing up a cook, using my recipe and tell everyone with it. So there's the reason why. There is the reason why you're like, don't be bad mouthing my recipe. You did it wrong. That is awesome. Very cool. All right, Eric. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday indeed. Take care. Take care. All right, y'all. It has been fun. It has been wild. Thank you to every single person who watched the live. If you haven't already, smash that like button. You know what to do. And I will catch you guys on the flip tomorrow, 7 a.m. Don't y'all miss it. I want you to watch the video, leave a comment so I know that you watched it, and I will catch you later, right? Grill Sergeant out. Cheers. Well, now you got to transition into the other, like this thing.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.